Hey everybody, welcome to week 13 of Gamedev, but only the fun bits. I'm Zach and I'm making a game. Here's what I got done this week. Woo! That's about it. It's another baby step to an open world. Small levels are working, loading fine, now getting into issues with big levels, but let's first go back and see what I did. Monday and Tuesday, honestly, I didn't get much done. Right now, my whole life is for sale. I've been putting everything on Craigslist for my big trip into digital nomading. So I took up a lot of Monday and Tuesday, but the big thing I got done was my mesh filter and mesh collider references. I figured out sort of why they were being lost on deserialization. So rather than actually doing a fix in the system, because it seemed to be baked into how it handles restoring meshes, the references to mesh filters and mesh colliders, I added a workaround for what currently is the only case where I actually deserialize those. Took me a long time to figure out because it was a very strange case, and I was trying to figure out a bug in my code that was causing it not to serialize, but it's actually a special case in their code. Wednesday, I fixed duplicate objects. Previously, it was an issue of on deserialized, I wasn't trying to unify with any existing objects, so it would take it from the file and load it into a new object where that object might already exist in the scene. So I added support for recognizing existing objects using my world state object system and deserializing into those objects. So that was working fine. Then the only thing left was the materials. So it has a whole system for handling materials that I made some modifications to. And now, things have textures, things have materials, etc., etc. Then Friday, I was doing tests with a larger level. So like I said, small levels are working. When I get to larger levels, I find I'm getting some issues with my DB queries. I need to be spacing them out more, both for performance reasons and for the fact that DB queries only support a certain number of parameters, and when I load a region with tons of nodes, it goes over the maximum number of parameters. So paging them out, I got the saves paged out, but now I have to add the loads to be paged out, and then large levels should be working, real cases should be working. But going to next week, the last little bits of this project include getting more editor tools. So I need to have a way to easily specify when I want to super delete something. So right now, if you delete it from scene, an object from the scene, it still remains in the database. I need to have a way I can switch on and off to say, when I delete something in this node, actually delete it from everything versus just from the scene. So need to support that. Then also need to support generative parents. So I have a lot of meta elements that generate other elements. I need to add support for if I refresh, regenerate, I can clear out and cascade clear out any children of that element, because right now when they're loaded all on the same level. So adding support for that shouldn't be too hard. And then the last thing, I need to have an easier pipeline to push to DB. Right now it's kind of clunky, so a way to kind of mark things as dirty, a way to maybe even automatically push changes to the database so that I don't have to worry about that, because right now it's too much work to really be feasible as a system I'm going to continue using for editing my world. So yeah, I think another week it should be working okay. Should at least have faster loads for this test level that I had. But yeah, that's all for now. Hopefully closing in on the end of this DB work and back to smaller, more visual features. I have more to show you guys. But for now, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next week, hopefully.